A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of rhetoric, U.S. President Donald Trump has announced his decision to send nuclear submarines closer to Russia, following comments made by former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev regarding the maintenance of Soviet-era nuclear capabilities. The Kremlin's response has been one of dismissiveness, with local media mocking Trump's announcement as merely a temper tantrum. Former Major General Leonid Ivlev stated that the location of U.S. naval forces is already known, and the ranges of submarines can be easily researched online, thus rendering Trump's warning as lacking any new threat. Another retired lieutenant general described it as meaningless blather, while a Russian security expert expressed skepticism about whether Trump truly issued such orders. Trump's remarks came after Medvedev's comments, which seemed to provoke a nervous response from the U.S. president. Trump emphasized the importance of words, suggesting that they can lead to unintended consequences. He stated, "If the words of the former Russian president provoke such a nervous response in the highly powerful U.S. president, then Russia is justified and will continue on its current path." The reference to Medvedev's past remarks about nuclear capabilities and the dead hand system, a Soviet-era mechanism designed to ensure a retaliatory strike even if the Kremlin is incapacitated, further fueled tensions. Medvedev's warning that Russia isn't Israel or even Iran highlights the seriousness with which he views the current geopolitical climate. He cautioned that words carry significant weight, and he hopes that this situation does not lead to unintended repercussions. Trump's assertion that the U.S. is totally prepared for a nuclear war reflects the heightened stakes in this ongoing exchange. Interestingly, Russian media reactions have largely downplayed Trump's submarine deployment. A military commentator for Moskovsky Komsomolets characterized Trump's announcement as a temper tantrum, while a retired lieutenant general dismissed the talk of submarines as meaningless blather. This indicates that Moscow may not see an immediate need to escalate the situation further. Despite Trump's provocative rhetoric, the Kremlin has remained silent on the matter. There have been no official statements from the Russian government, foreign ministry, or defense ministry, suggesting that they may be assessing the situation without feeling compelled to respond. This lack of reaction could imply that Moscow does not view Trump's threats as credible or significant. The social media spat between Trump and Medvedev has escalated tensions, with Trump previously criticizing Medvedev's ultimatum regarding the war in Ukraine. Medvedev's subsequent reference to nuclear capabilities struck a nerve with the U.S. president, prompting his unusual response of deploying submarines. Trump's history of utilizing unpredictability as a strategy may also play a role in this decision, as he often seeks to keep rivals off balance. As the situation unfolds, observers are left to ponder whether this escalation could lead to a new nuclear standoff reminiscent of the Cuban Missile Crisis. However, the initial reactions from Russia suggest that a more measured approach may be in play. While Trump's deployment of submarines is certainly alarming, the lack of a strong response from Moscow indicates that they may not be as concerned as the U.S. administration. In conclusion, the ongoing exchange between Trump and Medvedev raises critical questions about the implications of rhetoric in international relations. As both leaders navigate this tense landscape, the potential for miscommunication and misunderstanding remains high. The world watches closely as the situation develops, hoping for a resolution that avoids further escalation and unintended consequences. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.